Welcome to our program, our Moments with God. I greet all of you, my friends. It is a joy for me to share with you insights that enlighten us and strengthen us from the Word of God. One of the observations that we make, I think, is that people who use their elbows, who cheat, who are dishonest, seem to be getting ahead better, faster, more successfully than those who do their work faithfully, but with great honesty and reliability. Along the same line, Pope Leo XIV recently pointed out that a long time ago, 100 years ago, a rich person could earn about 20 times the money that a poor man could earn this money in one day that the poor man earned within the course of a month. And then he added, today the super rich manage to earn 200 times the amount of an ordinary person's monthly salary, and they do it in just one day. I think one should not be considered a Marxist if one feels perplexed and scandalized by such a situation, by this gap between poor and rich, between honest persons, just persons, and those who use force, deception, and oppression in order to enrich themselves and gain power. It was like that already in the time of the Old Testament, more than 2,000 years ago. People were perplexed. How come that those who do not follow God's commandment seem to be well off, contented, rich, powerful, while those who follow God's law, God's will, God's commandments are left behind? And for them, the Jewish believers at that time, as well as for us Christians today, sometimes the temptation arises, is it not useless to exert effort to follow God's law, to be just, compassionate, truthful, honest? The Prophet Malachi, who speaks in the first reading of the liturgy of this day, touches precisely this point and this question. He wants to throw light on this perplexing reality, and he wants to help us to continue being faithful servants of God who live with honesty, with reliability, with justice, and according to the will of God. Malachi's first argument is that we need patience and wait. God takes his time, but the riches gathered without conscience by those who are powerful, those riches are not permanent, forever remaining. No, they are very temporary, and they will vanish. So, waiting and trusting in God's care, in God's goodness, will bring everybody, all those, even those who are left behind, to a state where they have what they need for a decent and humanly satisfying livelihood, even in the midst of evil in this world. And he has a second argument. God takes particular care of those who have less. He looks after them with great paternal, fatherly concern, and makes sure that they have what they need and that they are treated and can live as true human beings and brothers and sisters in the world, even when evil seems to triumph. So we should pick up courage here and say it is better to be a good person than to be a rich person. I had a good friend in Italy. He worked in a bank, but as a sideline, he also served as a referee in boxing matches, in national and international championships, even up to the Olympics. And he gave up that career as a referee because he felt the pressure of bribing and he would not want to take that but follow God's example and God's law. I greet all of you and wish you, as St. Francis did, peace and blessing.